the conduct and akhlaq has been conducted creation that's been man and beast in terms of animals. I hope and pray you have been steadfast in your fawzain in terms of your salah. I hope your tongues have been kept moist with the zikr of your Lord Almighty and His beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I hope you've been connecting with and reciting the Holy Quran and targeting your Hatm of Quran, as I mentioned, twice per annum as a minimum. And for the more competent readers, that should be looking weekly, bi-weekly or monthly. I pray you've been repenting and doing tawbah and istighfar for any shortfalls, and indeed we are sinners, and shortfalls for those sins of the eyes that see haram. And the Prophet ﷺ mentions that you should keep your gaze lowered when you're walking, and that that in itself is enough, because if it's mentioned by the Prophet ﷺ, there's kind of mind there, and it should be taken per se. And indeed, when you're walking, especially when I walk to my office, it's through a shopping centre, and astaghfirullah, in terms of if you do keep your gaze up and you kind of your eyes ponder here and there, just in terms of general clothing and what's been worn today, it is enough, kind of like to fill the eyes with sin. But if your lays is lowered, and you're just kind of looking ahead. I mean, not kind of, I'm saying just kind of put your head down totally and you don't know where you're going, but lowered as in you've got your peripheral vision, people are there, but you can't really make out who it is or what they're wearing. That should suffice so as you can kind of go to your direction, but you're not kind of looking. But should your eye drop on something that is haram, then you move your gaze away and you do istighfar. And certainly there are issues there, not just for the Muslims and the non-Muslims who don't care and kind of seem to reveal too much, but for the Muslims as well, in terms of the sisters, there seems to be a trend of kind of covering the hair and going to great lengths to cover the hair, yet the body is left exposed or very tight clothing is worn, which kind of beats the purpose, because the whole point of wearing the hijab or any other clothing is to look modest and to not attract attention. And here it's more of a mockery of our deen in terms of what's happening in terms of our sisters and mothers, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give them shay'an. And it's a very sensitive topic, but it's one that clearly affects me, hence why I'd raise it. And my first and foremost thing to do is to get my house in order, and inshallah from there on we'll work forward. Again, in terms of